Welcome to Stoic Chained. Have you ever believed that Sigma women are just introverts who prefer to stay in the shadows? Or that their independence makes them distant and unapproachable? Think again. In this video, we're breaking down 10 myths about Sigma women that you've probably fallen for, and trust me, these truths will surprise you. Ready to uncover the reality behind the mystique? Let's dive in. Sigma women are always introverts. Have you ever assumed that being quiet and reserved is the only way to identify a Sigma woman? Think again. The idea that Sigma women are always introverts is one of the most common misconceptions out there. While it's true that many Sigma women value their alone time and find energy in solitude, this doesn't mean they shy away from social interaction. In fact, they can be outgoing and charismatic when the situation calls for it. Their social engagement is often intentional, choosing quality over quantity when it comes to relationships and conversations. The key trait of a Sigma woman isn't introversion, but independence. She thrives on being self-sufficient and prioritizing her inner world. This doesn't mean she dislikes people, it just means she's selective about who she lets into her life. Sigma women are often misunderstood because they don't conform to societal expectations of being either extroverted or introverted. They operate in a space that suits their own terms. Consider a scenario. A Sigma woman might prefer a quiet evening reading her favorite book one day, then lead a meeting or social event the next. Her adaptability allows her to balance solitude and engagement. This flexibility often confuses people who are quick to box personalities into rigid categories. Instead of focusing on labels, it's better to appreciate the depth and complexity of a Sigma woman's character. Sigma women are strategic about their energy. They know when to step back and recharge, but they also know when to step forward and make an impact. This doesn't make them purely introverted, it makes them balanced. Their ability to be both reflective and action-oriented is what sets them apart. The myth of being always introverted overlooks the core of what it means to be a Sigma woman. It's not about fitting into a specific personality type, but about staying true to oneself, regardless of social pressures or expectations. So, the next time you meet a Sigma woman, remember, she's not defined by how much she talks or how many friends she has. She's defined by her authenticity and strength. They don't need relationships to thrive. Do Sigma women really prefer to go through life alone, thriving in isolation? Let's dig deeper into this common myth. One of the most popular misconceptions about Sigma women is that they don't need relationships to succeed. While it's true that they are highly independent, this doesn't mean they avoid relationships altogether. Sigma women value meaningful connections and often thrive when surrounded by supportive and understanding individuals. However, they're incredibly selective about who they allow into their inner circle. For a Sigma woman, relationships aren't about filling a void or following societal norms. Instead, they are about mutual respect and personal growth. She doesn't engage in shallow connections or relationships built on dependency. Instead, she seeks bonds that align with her values and encourage her to grow as a person. It's this intentional approach that often makes her relationships deeply rewarding. It's important to note that Sigma women don't define themselves by their relationships. They are fully capable of thriving on their own, but that doesn't mean they don't value companionship. In fact, many Sigma women cherish the relationships they have, whether it's with friends, family, or romantic partners. The difference is that they prioritize quality over quantity. A Sigma woman might choose to remain single, not because she's against love, but because she refuses to settle for anything less than what she deserves. Similarly, in friendships, she values a few close, genuine connections over having a large social circle. This approach ensures that the people in her life genuinely uplift her. The idea that Sigma women don't need relationships to thrive misses the point. They understand the importance of human connection, but refuse to let it define their identity. Their independence is not about rejecting relationships. It's about ensuring that those relationships are authentic and mutually beneficial. In the end, Sigma women show us that thriving isn't about being alone. It's about being true to yourself and your values. Sigma women are emotionally unavailable. The myth that Sigma women are emotionally unavailable is rooted in a misunderstanding of their independence. Sigma women are often seen as strong and self-reliant. which some mistake for emotional detachment. In reality, they experience emotions deeply, but they process and express them differently than most people might expect. Sigma women are not ones to wear their hearts on their sleeves. They prefer to handle their emotions privately, often taking time to reflect and find solutions before sharing their feelings with others. This introspective approach can make them seem distant, but it's actually a sign of emotional maturity. Instead of reacting impulsively, they respond thoughtfully, ensuring that their actions align with their principles. Being emotionally unavailable is not the same as being emotionally selective. Sigma women are cautious about who they open up to because they value trust and authenticity in relationships. They're not interested in surface-level conversations or drama. Instead, they seek meaningful exchanges where vulnerability is met with respect and understanding. For example, a Sigma woman might seem aloof in a group setting, but in a one-on-one conversation with someone she trusts, she'll reveal her depth and emotional intelligence. This balance of discernment and connection is what makes her relationships so impactful. The myth of emotional unavailability oversimplifies the complex emotional landscape of a Sigma woman. She's not closed off, she's selective, she's not distant, she's intentional. By understanding this, we can appreciate her for the thoughtful, emotionally intelligent person she truly is. They always prioritize career over everything else. A common myth about Sigma women is that they always put their careers above everything else, including relationships, hobbies, and personal well-being. While Sigma women are often ambitious and driven, this doesn't mean they live solely for their work. Their success stems from their ability to maintain balance and prioritize what truly matters to them. Sigma women are known for their dedication and work ethic, but they're not defined by their job titles. Instead, they view their career as one aspect of a fulfilling life. They're strategic in pursuing their goals, ensuring that their work aligns with their passions and values. However, they also understand the importance of rest, personal growth, and meaningful relationships. For instance, a Sigma woman might invest significant time and energy into her career during one season of her life, but she won't hesitate to shift her focus if her personal life or health requires attention. This flexibility is a key trait that distinguishes Sigma women from those who are singularly career-focused. They know that true success comes from a well-rounded life. The misconception that Sigma women always prioritize career over everything else likely stems from their independent and self-reliant nature. It's easy to mistake their determination for workaholism. In reality, they are deliberate in how they allocate their time and energy, ensuring that their efforts support their overall well-being and happiness. In the end, Sigma women show us that ambition doesn't have to come at the expense of balance. Their ability to pursue their careers while staying true to their values and maintaining harmony in other areas of life is what makes them truly inspiring. Sigma women are unapproachable and aloof. Do Sigma women really give off an untouchable vibe? Or is there more to their story than meets the eye? Another widespread myth about Sigma women is that they're unapproachable or aloof. This misunderstanding often arises from their reserved nature and strong sense of independence. However, being unapproachable is far from the truth. Sigma women simply value meaningful connections over superficial interactions. Sigma women tend to observe and analyze before engaging with others. This can make them seem distant to those who don't understand their personality. In reality, they are approachable, but only to those who resonate with their energy and values. They prefer authenticity and depth in relationships, which might mean they're less likely to engage in small talk or forced interactions. Imagine this. In a crowded room, a Sigma woman might not be the loudest person in the group, but she's the one who will have the most genuine conversation with someone who shares her interests. This selective approach can make her seem aloof to casual acquaintances, but it's actually a reflection of her desire for sincerity and authenticity. The idea of Sigma women being unapproachable also ignores their warmth and compassion. Once you get to know a Sigma woman, you'll find that she's deeply understanding and supportive. She simply takes her time to build trust and meaningful connections. By debunking this myth, we can appreciate Sigma women's ability to balance independence with connection. They may not be the most outgoing people in the room, but their presence is felt deeply by those who take the time to know them. They lack empathy and social skills. Does independence mean a lack of empathy? Let's explore why this myth about Sigma women couldn't be further from the truth. One of the most misguided beliefs about Sigma women is that they lack empathy and social skills. This stereotype often arises because Sigma women are reserved and choose their interactions carefully. However, their quiet confidence and independence don't equate to a lack of understanding or compassion. In reality, Sigma women are highly empathetic. They may not openly display their emotions or offer grand gestures, but they deeply care about the people they value. Their empathy often manifests in subtle but impactful ways, such as listening intently, offering thoughtful advice, or providing support when it's needed the most. They observe more than they speak, which allows them to understand others on a profound level. As for social skills, Sigma women excel in meaningful interactions. While they may not enjoy small talk or large crowds, they shine in one-on-one conversations and situations where genuine connection is possible. Their ability to read people and adapt to different social settings often goes unnoticed because it's not flashy, it's intentional. Consider this. A Sigma woman might not be the life of the party, but she'll be the person who remembers your struggles and checks in later to see how you're doing. This quiet yet powerful approach to relationships highlights her empathy and social intelligence. The myth of Sigma women lacking empathy or social skills overlooks their preference for quality over quantity. They may not connect with everyone, but the relationships they do form are meaningful and deeply rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Every Sigma woman is a lone wolf. The image of a Sigma woman as a lone wolf, completely isolated from others, is one of the biggest misconceptions. While Sigma women are known for their independence, this doesn't mean they reject companionship or community. Instead, they are highly selective about who they surround themselves with, choosing quality over quantity. Sigma women value their alone time because it allows them to recharge and focus on their goals. However, they also recognize the importance of meaningful relationships. They're not solitary by nature. They simply don't conform to the societal pressure of constant socialization. When they form bonds, those connections are genuine, deep, and built on mutual respect. A Sigma woman might prefer a quiet evening alone after a long day, but that doesn't mean she's lonely. She might also be the friend who shows up for you in your time of need, offering her full presence and unwavering support. This balance between independence and connection is what makes Sigma women unique. The lone wolf stereotype ignores the complexity of their personality. They're not solitary because they dislike people. They're independent because they value authenticity and intentionality in their relationships. This approach ensures they cultivate connections that truly matter. They don't face challenges or insecurities. The idea that Sigma women are immune to challenges or insecurities is a complete myth. While they may project an air of confidence and self-assurance, they're just as human as anyone else. What sets them apart is how they handle their struggles, with resilience, introspection, and a desire to grow. Sigma women often face societal pressure to conform, which can lead to feelings of isolation or self-doubt. They might also struggle with balancing their independence with their need for connection. However, instead of letting these challenges define them, Sigma women approach them as opportunities for self-improvement. Sigma woman might encounter insecurity in a new leadership role. Instead of doubting her capabilities, she'll focus on developing the skills and knowledge she needs to succeed. This proactive approach to challenges showcases her inner strength and determination. The myth that Sigma women don't face insecurities overlooks their inner journey. They may not openly share their struggles, but they face them head-on, learning and growing in the process. Their ability to rise above challenges is a testament to their resilience and authenticity. Sigma women can't collaborate in team settings. Another common misconception about Sigma women is that they can't work well in teams. Because they value independence, people often assume they prefer to work alone. However, Sigma women are highly capable collaborators when the environment aligns with their values and principles. Sigma women thrive in team settings where there is mutual respect, clear goals, and open communication. They bring unique perspectives, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills to the table. While they might not seek the spotlight, they're often the ones working behind the scenes to ensure the team's success. For example, a Sigma woman might take on a leadership role in a team project, not because she craves authority, but because she wants to ensure the project is handled efficiently and ethically. Her ability to balance independence with teamwork makes her an asset to any group. The myth that Sigma women can't collaborate stems from misunderstanding their preference for intentionality. They may not enjoy unnecessary meetings or superficial interactions, but they excel in meaningful collaboration where their contributions can truly make a difference. Being a Sigma woman is just a personality trend. Is the concept of a Sigma woman just another internet trend? In recent years, the term Sigma woman has gained popularity, leading some to dismiss it as a passing trend or a buzzword. However, the concept represents a real personality archetype rooted in independence, authenticity, and introspection. It's not about following a trend, it's about embodying values that resonate with many women worldwide. Sigma women have always existed, even if the label is new. They're the ones who challenge societal norms, prioritize self-awareness, and live life on their own terms. The rise of the term simply reflects a growing recognition of these qualities, empowering more women to embrace their individuality. Far from being a trend, the Sigma woman archetype offers a framework for understanding a unique way of thinking and living. It's not about fitting into a mold, but about celebrating the traits that make these women stand out: independence, resilience, and authenticity. By dismissing the concept as a trend, we risk overlooking the real struggles and triumphs of Sigma women. They're not defined by labels, they're defined by their actions, choices, and unwavering commitment to living authentically.